This obviously is still alive from the video game Portal, but there's something very interesting. Did you notice that the song changed key? If you look at the sheet music, this becomes fairly obvious, and when you put on an instrument, this becomes even more obvious because notes such as F natural instead of F sharp can be told very easily. For some reason, listening to it, first of all, may not even be noticed. I didn't notice it when originally hearing the song. And also, it fits very well. It's quite obvious that we've modulated into F major. And one way is obviously you look at the chords. So when you look in the chords, you'll get F, B flat, F, which is the 4 chord of this key. Then you go to F right afterwards. This is just a normal 4-to-1 cadence, I believe. And that's a really easy giveaway. Another way is you look at the melody that kind of revolves around resolving on the 5th and 3rd of the key. But still, why is this not being seen, and why does this sound so good? So what's happening in this key change is that we have a verse, and then one section in between the verse and the chorus. That is the first time that we're going into F major with this B flat to F 4-to-1 resolution. If we look at the chord before that, we get A, C sharp, G, which, if you fill in an E in between, creates an A7 chord, which is a dominant chord. But for now, we can just treat that as A major. So we know after this A major chord, we'll get a B flat major chord, which then resolves to our F major, our new home when we change keys. And A major to B flat has a pretty easy, simple relationship because they're half step apart, so each of the notes can actually resolve one half step. So we get a very simple resolution for a key change. One of the easiest ways to look at it is to look at the melody. A, D, E all fit into F major, which is one of the key takeaways you can see from that. If you know the lyrics, it goes, except for the ones who are dead, and then the chorus implies that there's no sense crying over every mistake. By basically saying, but there's no sense crying over every mistake, you're thinking of an optimistic view, while we are changing to something that could possibly be a parallel minor chord. We are actually staying in major. So what if I move this down 2 notes, and then we would get our D minor sounds. So let's hear it. And obviously it sounds extremely bleak. And it doesn't even sound bleak, I feel like, from a perspective of a person that's heard the original. It just sounds very sad. So why would you choose to make this key change though? You could simply choose to not do it. But I think there's something very important to know. Is that it creates excitement, but not only that. The thing about this key change is obviously we have this funny ironic thing where you're saying something very sad, except for the ones who are dead, but immediately followed up with a key change, basically changing the subject, saying, oh well, that was the past. It also creates the excitement, and because you don't notice it, that drastically it doesn't hurt your ears or anything, it becomes such a clever key change. I don't know, I find this really cool. But let's hear it if we don't change key. So this is what it would sound like. And when you hear it, it sounds pretty basic, and that's what we always get when we hear a song without a key change. And I don't know what the songwriters or songwriter was thinking when writing this song, but normally if you were to hear this melody, I guess it takes a lot of experience to kind of just imagine how you could change the key and add in this whole new extra layer, because obviously there's nothing like horrible sounding about it. It just misses what we get from the original song. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and saw something new of the song, and hope you subscribe. I really appreciate that. Anyways, bye bye.